make a play, mandatory reaching in unchanneled way. Blood, oh, bro, mighty and wild. Big guys flinging, breaking the mile. It's on the field, chaos unfurls. Come join the battle in this big guy world. In this big guy world. Oh, in this big guy world. This big guy world. Big guy world. Blood, oh, bro, mighty and wild. Big guys flinging, breaking the mile. It's on the field.
Okay, everyone, this is for the YouTube. So I'm just gonna invite people and explain about the new NAF rules ladder, or just NAF ladder, that a few people have set up for those who wants to play NAF Resurrection style Blood Bowl online instead of grinding on Cyanide's Insanity ladder. So basically, first the description. Like the ladder is open, you have to apply, and I'll go through how you do it, and then you get a password so you can actually enter once you've understood, like where you've shown that you're part of the Discord, you read the rules and stuff. So it's basically a way to play Blood Bowl in a way where it's been tried to be balanced, so every team gets a package where they buy their starting roster and they can add skills. And then players never die. Well, they die in the game, but like for the next game you have the same team, just like when you play a tabletop tournament NAF style. So you need the rules packs, which is in the Discord, and the Discord will be linked in the description in YouTube. And as you can see here, I'm in the Discord currently, and it's Coach Morg who is the mastermind behind everything. So we'll just go through this together and see what it means. So he says, the first thing you need to do is have read through the latest rules pack attached at the bottom of this page. So when we get to the end, there's going to be a link to a PDF document for the rules of how to build teams. Once you've done this, you post your coach details on the new coach sign up channel, which is over here. If you look at the side here, so there is a new coach sign up. So you tell them your coach name, your time zone, and then once you've been approved, you will get a password. It says here, you will be sent a direct message with a password to register as a coach in the NAF Ladder. To do this, search for the NAF Ladder in Blood Bowl 3 Community League section and register there using the password you've been sent. So in game, you go to the Community tab, as you can see down here, Community, and you search for the NAF Ladder. It looks like this. If you open this in your game, you'll just easily find it. And then you enter the password sent after you register as a coach. Once you register, you're free to create as many teams in the ladder as you wish, as long as they comply with the latest rules pack. See the PDF attached at the end. Future leagues, knockout cups, however, like stuff will happen depending on how popular this is and like how the rule packs develop, because they're probably going to be based on like the rules pack as they changes in real life for tabletop tournaments. Currently, they're basically using the Euro rules. With a few limitations that Blood Bowl 3 doesn't let you roster bribes and stuff like that, right? So once you've created a team that complies to the rules pack, post a screenshot of it in the team sign up channel, which is also here. If you have the, let's see, team sign up, it's somewhere on the left. Maybe I'm not seeing it because I have already read it. It should be over here somewhere. There it is. It's highlighted because there's new stuff. So you can click there, and people will post screenshots of their teams just to show they comply with the rules. And like if someone is caught in game, the team will just be deleted, right? Joining the league, just go to the community tab, find the NAF ladder that you've joined, and then find the actual tournament you're doing. So you go to the competitions tab, and you select the NAF Open Ladder. So NAF Ladder is like the entire league. This specific tournament is what is called as NAF Open Ladder. So then you go to My Registered Teams, and you select register a new team, just like you do in Open, like in the Cyanide Ladder, and you click your team, and you click down here again, register the team. And then it says, note, if your team does not comply with the rules pack, it will be deleted from the ladder. And then he's listed a lot of articles and videos about how to do this stuff, both for the Euro Bowl, which is like it's basically based on the latest Euro Bowl rule set, and this is Jimmy Fantastic's Super League preview. Like he uses basically the same rules for the people he invites to his Super League. And then this is quite important to remember. Like one important thing all players should remember is that the rules pack is designed to balance all tiers of teams, so that game can be competitive regardless of the race you choose or are facing. Which means the weaker teams get better packages. So they get more skills, they get more secondary skills allowed, so to speak. So the difference in TV are not taken into account because Old World Alliance will have a much higher TV than the Orc team they're playing, but that's kind of the balancing thing here. So players are not allowed to buy inducements. That's the whole point. It also means that in the game, stuff like that like stuff on the kickoff table and stuff like that affect stuff like this are disabled. And then at the bottom is the real deal here. So if we open up the ladder, do this, and I will put it on display here as well. Like this. So we'll just zoom in a bit. So the NAF rules ladder, rules pack version 1.2. So each team gets a budget depending on the tier they're in. And you have to spend all your money down to the last 5K. So you're allowed to buy players, staff, which means cheerleaders and coaches and apothecaries, and dedicated fans. Any cash not spent on players must be spent on rerolls, coaches, cheerleaders, appos, or fans. There are no other inducements or star players allowed at present. Who knows what the future brings? Teams are allowed a maximum of 5K unspent treasury, that because some players are like 85,000K or 85K, which means you might not be able to get the exact amount. This is a resurrection competition. It means injured and dead players will always return after the match. There is no post-game sequence, there are no star player points, there are no injuries, there are no MNGs. We can do the tiers. So the teams have been put into tiers, and the tiers will tell you how much money and how much skills you get. So in the top tier we have the Dark Elf, the Dwarves, the Lizardmen, the Undead, and the Underworld. Second tier is Orcs, Skaven, and Wood Elves. 3, Elven Union, Humans, and Necro. They should be like tier 0, but okay. Tier 4, I'm joking, okay. Chaos Renegade and Old World Alliance. Tier 5 are Black Orcs, Chosen, Nobs, and Nurgle. Tier 6 is like for future stunty teams, basically. I'd wager here. So if you look at this, we can start with a tier here. So if you play Dark Elves, you get 1150. You can pick 6 skills. Only one of them can be a secondary, so you can only have one secondary skill on your team. Tier 2, get a little bit more, you get 1 extra skill, still only 1 secondary skill, and so on. This is basically just read it and comply. In addition to that, you use the skill points to buy primary skills, right? So you get 1 primary skill for each skill point you have. So Dark Elves can have 6 dodge, or 6 tackle, or 6 sure hands, or any combination of 6 primary skills, right? Secondary skills can be purchased for a player at the cost of 2 skill points. So, Dark Elves, 6 skill points, 1 secondary. You could give one of your Blitzers Mighty Blow, but then you're down to 4 skill points left. The maximum number of secondary skills a team can choose depends on the team tier list, exactly as I showed. Each player can only have a maximum of 1 skill assigned, which means you can't put the skills on the same player. So you can't take the Dark Elf Blitzer, give him dodge, and then sidestep, and then fend. So 1 skill only, no matter if it's a secondary or a primary. Players would never gain star player points after the game, so like you just keep the same team all through the current season or whatever, how it's going to be divided, right? Pre-game inducements. So there are no inducements allowed. You can't use petty cash because the tier 5 teams will be more expensive because they get more money and more skills. Which means when the chosen spin into the undead, right? The undead will have a lower team value, but they're not allowed to take any inducements. And press to Nuffle has been disabled, which means like normally you would get a prayer to the Nuffle for every 50k disparity between the team values when you don't buy inducements, so therefore that has to be disabled. And then it says at the bottom, this rules pack is based on the Euro Bowl rule set 2024. And just read this, doesn't matter. So that's basically how it is. You find the Discord, which I will post the link to in the description in this YouTube video. You join as a coach. You read all the rules, you sign up, you build your teams, you get the password and you put it in. And then you can in the Discord arrange games or just spin on during hours where it's like mostly likely to find opponents, which should be like evening European time. Okay, so that's it for this quick run through of what the NAF ladder is. And I hope I see you there, because this is so much more fun to play Blood Bowl this way than the Cyanide Insanity ladder.